Hey everybody, Jake here from Bearded Gear, and I have a full review to do for you. It's not a knife though, but it's something that I put knives in a lot. So this is my Vanquest Dendrite Large day pack, if you want to call it that. It's a fanny pack. Let's just come right out and say it. I've actually shown a fanny pack before on my channel. Both I've unboxed this one, and the one that I carried before this one is like an Adidas fanny pack. I had that on a video and explained why I carry a fanny pack and all that. So it has become a normal thing for me in the last, I don't know, year to carry a fanny pack. I don't typically carry it like a fanny pack. I carry it more like a crossbody bag. I'll show you exactly how I put it on. And this puts it right where it's in reach for me and I can get to. And I don't know, I dig it. It gives me so much more space than my pockets. If I'm wearing like lightweight shorts, then it's especially convenient in the summer, stuff like that. I currently reside in LA County, and it is not abnormal to have a fanny pack slung across my body. So it doesn't make me look weird here. If anything, it probably makes me look like I fit in a little more. But yeah, so this one I picked up from Rivers Edge Cutlery. As always, when it's something from Rivers Edge Cutlery, I will link them down below because they're one of my absolute favorite retailers, super supportive of the channel. They're awesome. If you're not familiar with Rivers Edge Cutlery, become familiar. They are awesome, not only for knives, cutlery, but stuff like this. In fact, I just placed another order today from Rivers Edge Cutlery, so you'll see another unboxing from them soon. But yeah, I picked this one up. It comes in 2 different colors and 2 different sizes from what I understand. I think there's also multicam, but I don't know if that was always a thing. Multicam black specifically. I think that was just like a limited time print that they did. Anyways, there's usually a blue version and this is the gray version. They have this kind of almost denim-like look to them, both the blue and this one. And it's kind of like a waxy surface. I don't know if it's waterproof, but I know that I've worn it in the rain at least once or twice. I haven't had any issues. Not like pouring rain. It's Southern California, but I feel like it's at least water resistant. I don't know. Don't quote me on that, but just based on the feel and the experiences I've had with it so far, not worried about getting it a little bit wet. But yeah, this is the large version. There's also a smaller version. This really isn't huge. This is perfect size for me. I wouldn't really want it to be bigger, but I also wouldn't want it to be smaller. And we'll go over the particular reason why in just a minute. But it's coming up on this week, actually, in a couple of days. I'm leaving for the USN show, the Usual Suspects Network. I'm not actually a member of it. I don't have a USN number, but you can buy tickets and go to the show. I've been hearing that their show, it's called The Gathering, is one of the best knife shows that happens. That's what some friends have told me. So I've got a ticket. I'm going up with a buddy, and I'll have my Loved Concepts Avant prototype in pocket to show to people. I have stickers and a whole bunch of stuff. But I carried this bag recently at a knife show, just a little Southern California one, and it was perfect. I don't want to spend a whole day at a knife show with a backpack on. Not planning on buying a ton of stuff anyways. I might buy a knife or two, but I don't need to have a ton of space on me. Plus, I'll have a hotel room there at the same hotel where the show is happening. So if I did buy anything really big or whatever, I guess I could take it up to the hotel room. This is kind of the perfect like day for a show or just in general type of crossbody bag, in my opinion. So let's go over what I typically keep in it. There's a lot of stuff that revolves through it, comes in and out depending on whether I'm carrying it for a whole day. But there are a couple of things that live in this pack at this point because I carry it so often. So we'll go over that, and then we'll talk about kind of the way that it can be configured and what you can fit in it and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, if you haven't tried a fanny pack, crossbody bag, whatever you want to call it, I encourage you to give it a shot. If you live somewhere where you won't look like a total idiot wearing it, I guess that's the qualifier there. I would like to think if I lived somewhere where it wasn't that normal, I'd have the confidence to pull it off anyways. But it's really, really convenient because it's so much less than having like a backpack or a messenger bag or anything that substantial. And when I don't need to bring my DSLR and my laptop and stuff, I don't need a backpack. I just need this to carry little essentials that are annoying to have to stuff all into my pockets, basically. So let's go through it. First and foremost, there's this kind of front pouch here. Really simple, thin, little pouch. You'll notice at the moment there's nothing in here. That's because this pouch, for me, every time I carry this bag, I throw my AirPod Pros and my wallet in here. My Redeemed Creations Co. wallet isn't here, but imagine, because this is my other wallet where I keep kind of secondary cards, and I've been just experimenting with this wallet anyways. It's the Refine company wallet. I forget what they call it. They make the pens as well, which you'll see there's one in here, the EP1. But you can imagine if I open this front pouch and I put my wallet on one side of it, my AirPods over here, they fit perfectly. It's a great spot for that. And then it's the easiest frontmost pouch to go ahead and just reach in if I'm paying for something and grab my wallet. That way I'm not fumbling with other gear. It's nice and simple. It's right there. That's what works for me. There's other spots in here I could absolutely put my wallet. Maybe you don't want it on the front because it's more accessible or something. I don't know. This stays right on your body when you're carrying it, so I'm not really worried about somebody like digging into it without me noticing. I guess if I sling it to my back, which I do sometimes, then maybe someone could like pickpocket it out of there, but it'd be kind of difficult to do out of a zippered pouch. Anyway, so that's the frontmost pouch. Then we have this main compartment. Now, Vanquest is really intelligent in the way that they set this up. Let me unzip it all the way so you can see in here pretty well. So you'll see there's dividers, there's attachment points, and there's even a zippered pouch within here. So on the front side of the bag, there's this zippered pouch that is a little bit see-through, so you can kind of see the contents in there. I typically keep a flashlight. This is just a little Streamlight micro stream, that's what it's called. I love this light. It's really, really good. And it's small enough and light enough that it's like, whether it's in my pocket or in here, it doesn't matter. It's super tiny and it doesn't get in the way. Then I've just got a regular old Bic lighter that has my logo on it because I got a pack of those at some point, so I keep one in here. And then I usually also keep my Refine EP1 pen in there. Sometimes I'll put that in the front pouch depending on what else goes in here. I keep alluding to it. Sometimes it's possible to keep a firearm in here, which is a great way to carry kind of off-body, kind of on-body still. I guess it would be technically off-body, and I'll show you exactly how that works with my shield in a moment. But when my shield is in this main pouch, I don't want to have to reach into this for anything that I could just have to use in passing. Like, I like to have this pen in here because if I need to sign for anything and there's not a pen nearby, or I just like to use my own pen, then it's easy to get to. So in cases like that, I'll put it in the front pouch where my wallet goes. That way, to get to my pen, I'm not opening the pouch that my gun is in. So that's a thing. But I also, at the moment, just have this tucked in here. This is a prototype of my upcoming Hank collaboration with Renegade EDC. Pretty cool, or Renegade Provisions Co. It gets a decent bit of use. I use this a lot for cleaning screens more than anything else, but I'm a dad, so it's not uncommon for me to need to wipe something down. Other than that, there's a bunch of these little, let's see the best way to show you. There's these little compartments and stuff that I'm sometimes stuffing stuff into. They're great in terms of organization. When I do put the firearm in here, however, I'll show you that it's cleared before we go any further. We've got nothing in there, nothing in the chamber, empty magazine. When this is in here, I literally, on Amazon, bought this cheap, soft holster. I bought some Velcro patches because the back panel of this is already set up for Velcro. So you put the kind of gritty, plasticky side of a patch on here, slide this into the holster, and then, let me just press it in here. It's going to be kind of difficult to do on the fly like this, but if I set this up in there, you now have the pistol securely tucked in there. And if I'm wearing this crossbody, this is super awkward sitting down, I'm not going to be able to like quick draw here for you, but if I'm wearing this crossbody like so, these pull tabs are nice and big, easy to get to. So you can pretty quickly and easily rip upwards, pull, and then you reach right in. It's quite easy. You can't even see what I'm getting to. Reach right in, get a good grip, and draw from the holster, and it's ready to go. This is an awesome, if you're looking for a fanny pack for concealed carry, this is, from the limited research that I've done, although I have done a little bit of research, this is probably the best option for being compatible and ready to take a subcompact firearm and host it well, and they've thought that through. A lot of fanny packs you could put a firearm into, but the fact that they've set it up so that it has this backing in here that is designed to Velcro stuff into, you could even take like a Kydex holster and take the clip off of it. You could put some Velcro on there, and then same thing, and then you've got Kydex in there if you want the clicking retention and all that. So it's a great host for being able to put in a holster for the firearm you want to carry in it and not just have a gun loose in there. I wouldn't recommend that at all. It's good for it to be in something where the trigger is covered. On this firearm, I guess I could run it with the safety on. I don't like running with the safety on. That's just not my style. So if I were to decide to carry a firearm in this bag, hypothetically ever, I'm set up to do it. Let's say it that way. So that's really, really good. So that's the main pouch. And then, close that up. There's even a bonus pouch back here. Kind of difficult to see, tucked in there. You've got this whole setup back here, which has even a little more space, I'd say, than the one up front. At least the same, maybe slightly more. I think it's a little bit wider, about as deep. And in here, I just keep a couple of things. So I have another hank, because I like Renegade EDC hanks. And this one is one of my favorites of his. Got Mando on there. Love this thing. And then I keep wrapped up in the hank my Zippo that has a butane insert, which is kind of fun. Comes in handy. I get that it's a little bit redundant that I have a Bic lighter in the main pouch and then I've got this one back here, but it is what it is. And I've also got, I have this set that actually Lefty EDC, Kevin, got me. It's a bit driver set, and this part of it lives on my desk. Came with all this. It's got this thing down here too you can use for extra torque and all that. I like having those bits there. They come in handy a lot. But this is actually a really nice, convenient, portable bit driver to carry around. And I sold my Vero Fulcrum. So this takes I think these are the 1/4 inch ones. Yeah, 1/4 inch, not 1/8 inch, like the Vero little bit driver pry bar thing carries. I just prefer these bigger bits at the end of the day. So let me show you. Oh, it's going to suck to pull this out. This is the bummer. Anyways, these bits on here. I want to pull one out to show you. Oh my goodness, that's really in there. I guess I should like push on it from the back. This is a new plastic thing that I got a pack of there we go, on Amazon for pretty cheap, just to keep them all in one place. But you can see, nice, easy, portable, convenient bit driver. It's the size of a really small pen. It's aluminum, so it's light. So having this on me, I have everything from, I think I have 2 T6s on here. No, I have 1 T6, 2 T8s, and 2 T10s on here, which is about all I ever need to work on knives, especially on the fly. So I keep both of these in here, along with that hank and the lighter, and that just lives full time in this back section. Now the bag itself has this really nice strap. It feels honestly like a seatbelt to me. It's pretty heavy duty. It's got this kind of Velcro retention strap thing on it to keep the slack all managed, which I really like. You've got multiple adjustment points, or I guess a main adjustment point, and then you've got this buckle if you wanted to snap it off and back on if you were carrying it on your waist. You saw how I put it on crossbody. I'm just kind of passing it over myself, but if you're putting it on your waist, you just cinch it, buckle it. And then you also have, worth mentioning, these straps back here, which are if you wanted to just run this straight on your belt. So you could tighten this strap all the way down so it's kind of secure back behind it, and then just run this on your belt itself if you wanted to carry it that way. So several different ways to carry it. I have carried it as an actual fanny pack, not crossbody, once or twice. It's just rare for me to do that, frankly, but comfortable and convenient to do so. It carries just like any other fanny pack. And I think what's really cool about this one in particular is the fact that it's kind of like a tactical fanny pack, if you want to call it that, because it is designed and has specific features to carry a firearm. Like, that's as simple as I can put it. They've put thought into making it the correct host for that duty. But it doesn't look overly tactical. It's just got this brown leather patch on it that says Vanquest. It's kind of like a gray denim looking. It's pretty discreet. It doesn't scream tactical. It's not multicam, and then it doesn't have a patch of a Glock on it. Like, it's just, it looks like a pretty normal fanny pack. So unless you're somebody who's familiar with Vanquest, because you're researching it for the purposes that I researched fanny packs, then you probably wouldn't have any idea that Vanquest is a brand that makes them to host a firearm. So I just like that about it, that it doesn't scream, I could be carrying a big knife or a gun in here or anything like that. It just seems like a dad fanny pack, which is perfect for what I want it to be. I should note as well, a lot of the time in this kind of back section, that last section that I showed you, I like to carry a small like EDC fixed blade in here a lot, whether it's like my SPK Shark or my Jacob Creates Fat Boy, or what would be another good example? The Wirtz Falcon is a knife that I've kept in here a ton. I really like that. So like, even if I'm just for the day going to a family member's house or whatever, and there's a chance we're going to use the fire pit, then like, I'd like to have a fixed blade on me. Great, the Falcon can go in here. Or like, I like having the option to just toss extra things in here. When I've carried this to amusement parks, I've put a bunch of candy in it. Like, literally carried this 2 days in a row, once at Disneyland, once at California Adventure, and just had a bunch of candy in it. And it's great. It's super awesome when you're in charge of kids to have places to put things. And so having a 6-year-old daughter and genuinely living the dad life, it's super convenient to have a little extra room. But it's nice for it to not be a whole backpack either. Anyway, this was probably a little bit all over the place. I appreciate you guys watching. Again, I will link down below to Rivers Edge Cutlery. They're awesome. I can't thank them enough for being as supportive as they are of the channel. Really cool dudes over there. So check them out if you haven't. I'll also link to Vanquest, because they're cool dudes. I actually met one of the guys who works there probably like 2 months ago now. Got to have lunch with them. Really cool dude. They're here in Southern California, which I wasn't aware of until I met him. And yeah, that's cool that they're a U.S. company who's doing this, and they seem like cool dudes. So there you have it. Appreciate you guys for watching, as always, and have a good one.